Okay, it's recording! So I do have new hair on, but this is not a hair review. This is gonna be a get ready with me video because I feel like I just wanted to do one. I've been doing so many tutorials and like lookbooks and stuff lately that I just wanted to sit down again with you guys and talk and do a nice little cute makeup look. So yeah, let's get started on this get ready with me. We're gonna talk about what's going on this month and all that good stuff. And yeah, it is currently 2:30 a.m. I'm just doing some block shooting tonight, which means I'm shooting a bunch of different videos for the week because my friend Crystal is coming in town and her sister Vicky, and I'm super excited! My orange juice, my Triscuit snack.
I barely ate today.
This is still makeup from like yesterday that's like taking forever to get out of my hair. Ugh, these Halloween tutorials, you guys. But yeah, for this makeup look, I'm gonna be doing a pumpkin spice inspired look. I saw a few people doing it this month and also I think last month too, so I kind of want to do it. And I didn't know what else to do, and I was like, I have orange makeup products, so I can do a pumpkin spice look. I think what we'll do is we'll answer some questions from my last video because I was gonna do a separate Q&A, but I kind of want to keep it just more simple and still fun for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer the questions at the beginning of the video, and then we're just gonna talk about random stuff afterwards. Okay, so I'm gonna start answering the questions now. I haven't done this in like a couple years, so it's been a while since I've done a Q&A for you guys, but finally I have a lot of questions, so we're gonna go through those. Okay, so first question is by VHS Junkie, and this question says, if you were in a horror movie, would you rather be the killer or the final girl that survives?
I don't kill people.
I don't think that I would have the heart to kill someone. Well, it's definitely not in my nature to want to kill somebody, so I would definitely be the person who survives last. I know for a fact that in real life I probably wouldn't survive. I just get really, really scared easily. Believe it or not, like even though you guys have seen my videos and how I do these really creepy tutorials and stuff like that, I am a scaredy cat, like to be honest. No! Oh, it's all gone, you guys. I can't even use all of this. What the hell? I just wasted it all. I can't wear all of this. Ooh, I'm gonna put it in one of my sample things so that it lasts. Because Lord knows I don't want to waste this foundation. That sucks. Okay, anyways, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but that's what I would be, the person that survives. I would probably be traumatized for the rest of my life. So, yeah. This next question is by non-binary Phantom. What is your definition of being Black, and how do you connect with your Black identity, with your love of Asian culture, knowing how anti-Black the Asian community can be? Okay, so my definition of being Black, I guess, is just kind of knowing where you came from and knowing your roots and just kind of being able to accept that for what you are. And we've all been through this. I know that in the past, like, I think I was just like, oh, like, why do I look like this? And it's kind of like a self-hate thing. Like, we've been taught from a young age to not really love ourselves as Black people. I feel like a lot of us just go through that when we're younger. Like, we're questioning everything and like why we don't get like a certain privilege or something. You know, I think just as you get older, you just learn to accept these things and you just learn to love yourself and love your culture. And I love being Black.
Black, y'all, and I'm Black, y'all, and I'm blacker than Black, and I'm Black, y'all, and I'm blacker than Black, I'm blacker than Black, yo, because I'm Black and I'm back.
How do I connect my Black identity with my love for Asian culture? I will say that before I was definitely a lot more into it, and you guys have asked me too in my more recent videos, like will I ever go back to like the super cutesy stuff? I've seen a few comments. I think that my style is just evolving, and me and Crystal have had this conversation plenty of times, and we just kind of agree that it's just not the same as before. Like, I definitely still want to go back to Korea. I still want to go back to Japan. I love both of those countries so much, and I still have love for Asian culture as well. And that's kind of what inspired my style. And now I've kind of like, I'm using my own features and like my own flair to things, and I'm kind of mixing it with things that I was inspired by in my past. And I'm just coming up with my own type of style as this. You know, I just think that we all just change, and that's what happens. And it was a really fun time to be like, to have that style, and it was really, really cute and everything. And, but I've always been a person that has had like more of a simple type of fashion. And I love exploring different kinds of fashion as well. I don't like to just like one type of style or one type of thing, and I've always been like that. Even on my YouTube channel, it's always been like that. So I keep it open, I keep it fresh, and all that good stuff. It's inspired from Black culture if you're talking about like K-pop and stuff like that. Speaking on this subject, if you guys have watched Crystal's video, I can link those down below because they really made some good points on that stuff, and it doesn't get talked about nearly enough as it should. And this next question is from All of the Above. Great video. Thank you. What are some of your favorite songs of all time? If you want me to go all the way back as far as what I used to like and all that stuff, well, it's really hard. I have so many favorite songs though. I've been liking Dua Lipa lately. I love Lost in Your Sight. She did this song with Miguel. I love all of his songs. But if you're asking me kind of like what I've been listening to lately, it would have to be Porter Robinson, a lot of Rihanna. Ooh, Odessa. Oh my god, my favorite song from Odessa would have to be Bloom. Actually, I think I blended everything out. I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer underneath my eyes. This is basically my concealer stick from Morphe. And I don't usually do this because I feel like anything that's like a cream formula, it just creases on me, of course, but I still use it just because of the coverage and everything. But I will say, above all that, I love their liquid concealer is the best because I'm running out of my NARS concealer, which I love this concealer. After watching Jackie Aina, whenever she recommended this, I was like, I have to buy it. I was not disappointed at all. I love it so much. And now it's almost gone. But it's like $30. I don't want to have to repurchase this for a little bit, so I'm trying to just kind of use some alternatives in the meantime and not have to worry about having to do that just yet. So, I got it. Okay. So this one has more of like a yellowish hue, which probably looks so crazy right now. Let's move on to the next question. This one is by Domoku desu. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right, but are you interested in learning any new languages? Also, I love your videos, Tima, and you'll probably never stop inspiring me. Thank you so much! I haven't really been putting effort into like learning new ones. I was learning Japanese, and then I stopped. And I also was learning Korean, and then I stopped. After the trip, I think I just got really busy, and then I just stopped putting in effort to learning both languages, so I just didn't learn anymore. But definitely, I think that the only way that I would learn either one of those languages if I was going back to that country, because I would want to be fluent. I think any country that I go to, I'd want to know a good, portion of the language. Communication to me is just really important no matter where you go, and I think that it's a beautiful thing. To me, traveling just motivates me to do a lot as far as learning the language and learning more about the culture itself, and I feel like this past trip I wasn't really able to do that. And I'm not gonna say that was really my fault either because I was so busy. I had a full-time job at the time, and I was working literally around the clock to save up for that trip, so I didn't really have much time to focus on learning a new language or learning two different languages for that matter. I just kind of went with what I already knew, and I knew more Japanese than I knew Korean, but I really want to learn both, and I think I definitely want to go back soon, like traveling again and just going back to those countries. And I do want to start again learning Japanese first. I might spend more time in Korea next time. Actually, I definitely will spend more time in Korea next time, but I've already started learning Japanese, and I kind of have, like, I can understand it more than I can Korean. Stephanie Rena says, I want to be your friend. How do I do that? LOL. We can be friends. I feel like I'm friends with all of you guys already. Whenever I meet you guys in person, we always have like the best conversations. Everyone has been extremely sweet that I have met in person. The next question is by Huggable Giant. They said, what inspires your style? Sorry if this isn't specific, but like, how are you able to do the lookbook and costumes that you do? So my style definitely changes pretty frequently. I'm not a person that kind of sticks with one thing for a long time. I mean, maybe I do for months at a time. Maybe I do keep that style, but I think that I like how it constantly evolves and it changes. I'm really into simple things, but I'm also starting to like high fashion stuff, like stuff that kind of like pops with one accessory or like one really cool statement piece. I've really been into outfits that kind of have that more recently, and so I'm trying to look at more things like outerwear, like jackets and stuff like that, or some really cool tops or pieces that will just stand out more than the rest of your outfit. You can't even see my eyebrows that much anyway. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. I'm just kind of inspired by what's kind of trending at the moment. Next question is by Omega Silver 153. What did you want to do when you were younger in terms of a career? First, I wanted to be a comic or manga artist. I really wanted to make my own comic, and I would literally spend all hours of the day making online comics, like all the time. I had an account on smackjeeves.com, and I'm not sure if you guys know what that is. But it's basically a website where you just read online comics from different creators. That was like kind of like my YouTube. So I would have like fans and stuff that would read my stories and everything, and they would like comment on it. And that would kind of motivate me to keep going as far as developing the story and the characters and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do a separate video on my online comics. If the website is still up, I will definitely show you guys my story and what I was developing as, you know, a kid and what was going on in my head. And I think the story was called Falling Petals or something. And it was about this musician or something like that. And this girl who, I guess Miyavi really inspired me back in the day. So I was like, oh, I should make my character fall in love with the musician because that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, so my character basically, I think that she moved to Japan or something. I hate airplanes. So yeah, I basically built the story around this. It won't go away, you guys. The main character likes this musician, and he's usually undercover because he has so many fans and stuff like that. It's like your typical musician interest, loves random girl on the street, you know, stuff like that. Anyways, and that was the fantasy. But if you guys want to see my online comic, then let me know. Next question. This question is by the user okay. Who do you think most influenced your style? P.S. I love it and you so much. Thank you, I love you too. I think it's called the Hey Girl store or something. They have more like fashion or high fashion. Yes, okay, so it's called the Oh Hey Girl store, which I've really been into lately. So whenever I see like a sponsored post on Instagram, which it's probably gonna show up because I'm talking about it, I go for it. So when I'm done baking, I usually just kind of spray my face. This is by Tamika Uploaded. She always comments, she's really awesome. She says, what tips would you give for someone who wanted to go full-time with YouTube? Okay, so I will not make a video about this until later. When things like grow more and more, I will be making a video on that. But I'll just give you guys a little bit of insight of what's going on right now. So it's really circumstantial with this whole YouTube thing going full-time, especially right now. YouTube right now is not the best platform to consider going full-time. I'm just doing it because I am seeing growth. It's like, it's tough still, but I'm still getting help in some areas of my life. So it's not like, it's not as, it could be worse. So I am able to like pay like my bills and stuff. But as far as going out with friends or like eating out and everything, that's been a really difficult thing for me. So I wouldn't recommend like at 20-something thousand subscribers to go full-time on YouTube. Like that's not, it's not a thing, you know what I mean? If you're getting like the views and stuff and you're making the money, then cool, it's okay. But as far as that goes for me, I'm just doing what I can, and I'm doing what I can to grow in the time that I have it right now, where I do have this advantage. Yeah, it's circumstantial, so if you live with your parents, I feel like that's the best time to start YouTube. If you are able to have some type of financial help, I would definitely do that, so you don't have to actually pay bills or anything. I also feel like I wish I started YouTube when I was, when I was in high school, because I would have probably had a lot more freedom now, and that was a time when it was really booming. Right now it's just really hard to start YouTube and go full-time immediately unless you are able to go viral in like a week or something. Even then, if you're not being consistent, there's so many factors, and like right now with the YouTube algorithm, and I feel like not many people are watching YouTube at the moment, or it's getting to that point, that you don't put all of your eggs in one basket, and that you're on different forms of social media, like not just YouTube, like Instagram, you know, Facebook, Twitter, all that type of stuff. If you want to be an online personality, definitely kind of try to explore all the different areas of social media, and that you're being consistent. I think it's to Aesthetic Channel. Hopefully I said that right. Let me know if I didn't though. It says Q&A question. How do you edit your videos, and what is your routine? What is your routine as far as your YouTube career? Okay, so I edit my videos with Final Cut Pro X. I think that's what it's called. Most of the things that I edit, most of my graphics are in Final Cut Pro. So there's certain things that you can do to make it so that you do get kind of a shortcut, I guess. I would like to use like Adobe After Effects and stuff like that, but I don't have the program right now, and it does take a while to have to learn those skills. At first I was like, oh, I can do everything myself, it's fine, but the more you do YouTube, the more help you definitely end up needing, because you definitely have to push out more content and stuff, and the only way to do that is if you have time. And so a lot of your time does go to editing videos and everything, and you know, yeah. But yes, I will also make a separate video on how, like in detail, what I do to edit my videos and how I set up my camera, equipment, lights, backdrop, all that good stuff. I will show you guys how I do that and how I make it work and everything. And my routine for my YouTube career, it's honestly, truly, it's been all over the place. I will say, like, it hasn't really been something that's been easy for me, because my sleeping schedule is now completely messed up. I will say that I think that it's mostly because of October, and I've been uploading a lot of Halloween videos lately, and usually I don't really upload videos that have like this much crazy content. Like, oh my god, after the Demogorgon video and the It video and like the Mother Nature one, I was so tired. I was just like, this is too much for me. And I'm filming a Halloween lookbook tomorrow actually with Kevin. Okay, so it says, you said you're an Aries and Pisces. When's your birthday? My birthday is March 20th, so I am on the cusp. So I would be considered an Aries or a Pisces Aries sign. It's funny because I didn't notice that I was this, or that I had both qualities until recently. Cause like I was trying to figure out, like, I would think I was watching something and someone said that a Pisces person doesn't really get things done. And I've always been a person to really like be kind of proactive as far as getting what I want done whenever I need to. And it was saying that like the quality of like a Pisces, they don't do that. They're more of dreamers. So they dream most of the time. And that kind of gets in the way of things sometimes for me. But a lot of the time, like there's something about me that just says, oh, you have to push this, you have to get it done. You have to like, you know, get it going, get the ball moving and stuff. And so that part of me comes out a lot, especially more recently. And I was like, where does that come from? And then I remembered I'm also an Aries. So Aries, it's more definitely action, like they're straight to the point. And that was from Lori Ingram, by the way, that last question. So this one is by Sunny Dye, and she says, what's your favorite piece of clothing? Try not to re-ask questions. I've seen other people ask, so I might come back and edit this later. Favorite piece of clothing? I would say I love high-waisted shorts. Those are my favorite in the entire world. If I have to choose my favorite, that would be it, because it's really hard for me to find shorts that look really good on me. So I'm always looking for stuff that, you know, fits really well in that department. So this next question is by Lazy Vocalist, and they put, is it ever hard coming up with ideas for new videos? Sometimes I have a really good streak of video ideas where I can just think of them like on the go, like, okay, I'll do this day, and then this day I'll do this, and then I kind of keep it going and rolling. Then there are other days where it's a lot harder to keep up with a new idea or something, and then I kind of just don't know what to do next, you know what I mean? So it's definitely, I would say it's a cycle that I've been trying to really get used to and everything, especially now that I'm doing this more full time. It's like I have to think of something like almost instantly after my video is done. I already have to have the plan for the next video so I can get the ball rolling on that one. And that's always hard, even though I do have a lot of free time. It's just like keeping up with all those videos is just, that's a full-time job on its own. So it's always good to get a good reference. I'm not saying like copy other people and copy every person's move or something like that, but just getting a good idea of what you're influenced by so you can keep that ball kind of rolling. The other question that they had was, would you ever consider moving to another country? And if yes, would it be temporary or would it be a permanent move? It would definitely be temporary. Like I've always thought about moving to like Japan for a little bit, and that's always been my dream since I was like in high school. Like I've always wanted to move there for at least a year and see what would kind of happen there. If I were to do it though, it would definitely be for a job. I'm not sure if I would just move there, you know, while doing YouTube and stuff, because I do have my life here in LA. Okay, so this next question is by the Nana Mariam. Hopefully I said that right. I know I butchered the name, but I'm so sorry. It says, I enjoy watching your videos and supporting your channel, and I love this community. Me too. Would you ever make a site that caters to us interacting with not just you, but each other? Yeah, I think that would be really awesome actually if everybody was like able to talk and everything, if there was just like a community where just you guys could, you know, speak to each other, because I feel like even at the meetups and stuff that like we're in Japan and Korea, I feel like people like in the group made friends with each other, and that was really cool to see. Yeah, it was just cool to see everyone just kind of coming together and, you know, interacting with each other. I think that's really cool. Maybe if it was like a site where like I created a comic one day or something and I had like a live chat on there or something, I think that would be really cool. Okay, this next question is by Love in Paris, and it says, what made you start a YouTube channel and how do you feel living in LA now that you're fully settled? Okay, so I started a YouTube channel, or this YouTube channel, back in 2010, but I never used it to actually make that many videos. I think I was just like mostly watching other people's videos, and I would upload like a random video from time to time, but I didn't start actually posting until like 3 years ago, like, and those were even so just random videos. Like I thought that no one was really watching them, and so I didn't really care what I put on there as much. I was just like, oh, like no one's watching, it's just a few people or whatever. So nothing too big. And then after I met Kevin is when I started actually, you know, making content and stuff. First we were just doing like couple vlogs and stuff on my channel, and then I just moved on to doing makeup and then getting interested in like fashion and stuff. And Crystal really helped with that as far as being an inspiration to kind of move past the whole couples thing. Okay, I'm not sure when that camera cut off, but right now I'm just doing the freckles. And yeah, okay, so I'm not sure if it cut off, so I'm gonna continue what I was saying. I like the tutorials and everything, how it's going, and I want to do something more majestic this time around. Something cool. Well, hopefully that looks good. I'm not sure if I'm done. I think I'm done with this pumpkin spice makeup tutorial slash get ready with me. I didn't show you guys what I really used in this video, but Out Loud by Smashbox. So if you want to know, this is what I got. These run like $24 each, so they're super expensive, and I love it. I love the color, and you can't really get another orange like this in a different makeup collection. So I would definitely go for getting this one. I feel like it's worth it, but the other colors that I got, I could literally find that in other brands very easily. But yeah, I think I'm done with this look, and I hope that you guys like it. I'm about to go do this hair review for y'all because I just made this wig. Let me know what you guys think about this look, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!